Thank you. So Nick Swardson, we know Corey Adam, and we know Chad Zumach.
Yep.
Those two have opened for Nick Swardson. In fact, Corey would probably still be opening for Nick Swardson right now had it not been for those, 2019 allegations?
Yeah.
Just before COVID, Corey got accused of doing some dastardly things with the girls in exchange for stage time. So this is, what do they call this? Unsubstantiated? This rumor I'm about to play? This is a rumor about Nick Swardson. You know, and I'm going to set this up to be as fair to Nick Swardson as possible because this is going to be a pretty crazy allegation. When comedians pick their opening act, a lot of the times they'll pick someone who isn't that funny because they'll kind of just sleepwalk through a 30-minute set, and then the audience is really extra happy to see the headliner. And
they get more of a boost when they come on stage. Like, thank Christ, the reason I'm here.
George Carlin, I saw George a couple of times live, 2 or 3, and he always had this guy he brought on the road with him called Dennis Blair. And it must have been a great gig for Dennis Blair. I mean, you get to be Carlin's opening act. You probably make a decent salary. You don't have to do clubs every night. It's got to be nice. You're on the road with one of, if not the greatest comedian who ever lived. And Dennis Blair, I can't tell you one Dennis Blair joke I ever heard.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And George Carlin brought him on the road with him for years and years and years. And the reason being, Dennis Blair would do kind of a middling set. Forgettable, not terrible. You know, you don't want the guy to bomb. It's still your show.
Yeah.
But he does okay. And then you get up there and you just feel the energy gets turned up a couple of notches. So Nick Swardson, according to this video we're about to watch, he picks his openers for a very specific reason as well. And it's not necessarily because they're great comics. Are you ready?
Yeah, but before we play it, I will say this from experience. Like, when I see 3 people I don't know, they're like, oh, we're comedians, and we're like, you're in a comedic circle, but they're like gossiping hens. So I always like have your salt shaker ready because you may need a few grains with this one. I don't know.
Chad Buzamok in the chat is going to say that you're sweeping for Corey Adam and Chad Zumach in advance.
No, I actually have personal experience with comedic circles that are so petty and jealous about shit that to get back at some other people, they will start fucking making up shit about you and pursuing you. Because, remember what happened right before Corey?
Didn't somebody say, like, you graped or something?
No, not even that. They were saying I was being, what was it? I was being, like, too forward and flirty with the other like girl comedians, and one person complained that when she asked how should I introduce you, I said, oh well, you could do whatever you want. If you want, you can rip on me, I'll get off on it. And what I said was to that particular person, I was like, oh, I don't care how you introduce me. If you rip on me for being a handicapped person, I'm a masochist, so it's not a problem. Like, so they like twisted words, and they used the fact that like one person I said that to about opening for me, like, or not opening, but again, at an open mic, I said you could make fun of me. That was pretty much the gist of it. But they turned it into this hand washing stuff because they wanted me, because again, this was all max retribution bullshit. They wanted me to go on air on your show on the radio and apologize to them for the allegations they had made. And it was this whole big, stupid nothing burger. What it equated to is gossiping hens, twisting stories, and making up shit so that way I'll come on here and apologize for nothing. Like, they cornered me at Corey Adams' comedy show before I went up to do that back when he had the Sisyphus Brewing thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. I'm about to go do a set. And again, it was all tied up in that bullshit. And it was all holdover stuff because they assumed I was some sort of plant of yours because I met them after I met you. Like, I met you at a comedy thing that Adrian brought me to. And then you and Adrian were like, here, go to the fucking open mic and do the open mic and get your chops and all that. I started going to the open mic. They assumed, again, all on their fault, they assumed I was a just out of high school kid because I'd walk in with my walker and my fucking parents. So they're like, oh, this guy's parents are fucking bringing him. He's not even in college. And so when I'm like, no, dude, I'm like 32. They're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And then when they find me, remember when you had your showdown with Max?
Yeah.
That's when they put the link together, because I was sitting in the audience and Max walked up to me. He goes, you ready to go up and do your set? I'm like, sure, dude. What part of the rotation am I in? And then he just kind of looked at me funny, like he was expecting me to be like, oh no, I can't go do a set. You can't offer me 5 minutes in front of an audience. And then when you came in, I literally went, dude, did you get that gay ass love letter I sent you or what? Because you came walking in with Zach, and because I put a letter in your fucking mailbox at the radio station back then.
Okay.
And anyways, then you had a moment for like 5 seconds where you pulled me aside after the Max Weir's comedy thing. And you're like, this guy's funny and blah, blah, blah. They started thinking I was your brother right then and there. And then they fucking were like, oh, he's a fucking steel toe plant and he's a snake in the grass. And then they all started hating me and fucking I'm a dick because literally I know you. Then things speedballed when you had me on your show and I started filling in for Whiskey Pete and they all lost their shit. If this is annoying,
not annoying. I know that this is coming from a very deep personal place.
Right, but it's boring as shit.
No, it's not that it's boring. I was just going to ask you, like, because I just realized, like, how did we get here?
Because we're talking about Corey Adam, and I was saying that when I see 3 dudes that are just, from the comedy circuit that I've never seen, that I don't know, I'm willing to take the story with a grain of salt because they're all gossiping fucking hens.
I thought it was going to get gay because the whole focus of this clip is going to be gayness.
Right. I'm just saying, like, I'm willing to hear this story.
Well, I guess what you're talking about is gay behavior. A little
I'm
bit.
saying, well, in a way.
I do find it interesting that even when it was local and it was on radio, or if it's on internet, I make all these people so paranoid that they think I'm doing these 4D chess moves and they don't understand like how Don Draper I am about the whole thing, where I go, guys,
I don't even think
about you at all. Like they all have these theories like Aaron's doing this, like the radio thing, like Aaron's got Johnny as a plant. Like I'm insulted that you think I need Johnny as a plant to handle the pipsqueak that is Max Weir's, which I handled him at his own show so bad that they had to stop him from trying to hit me with a chair because I had humiliated him so badly. And it's like all these other people online. It's like you smoke them by not even talking about them. And then they think there's some kind of paranoid conspiracy about it. Like Aaron's using this or that. It's like, bro, I'm sorry. Aaron's not thinking about you. I know you're giving all this energy to Aaron, so you think he has to be giving it back to you, because if he's not giving it back to you, you might wander around and think, holy shit, I'm mentally ill for giving Aaron this much energy. I have terrible news for you. It's the latter. You're mentally ill. I'm not thinking about it, buddy.
And the best part about all
if I need to handle you, I don't need to use an intermediary. All of you have always been this big to me that I'm just on another level from you in ability to do this. That's all. My average numbers are better. My max numbers are better. I mean, you could try restreaming. Maybe it'll help you a little more, but like I crush all of them. I don't talk about them. They're not on my level. I don't need to use Johnny, whether it's Max or whether it's anybody else.
Right.
I either handle my business or I go, a lion does not concern himself with the opinions of sheep. That's it. So,
well, the fun part for me is it's like in all of these supposed events, I'm like, so you're saying this person couldn't walk away? And then every single thing is like, oh, this story is someone saying this happened. It's like, right, but I've hung out with this person in real life and I've never seen any of that behavior.
Well, dude, Max got accused of being a legit rapist. Like legit rapist.
So I wonder why that's the accusations they went to first. It's what they know.
To the point where he had to move and change his name.
I do not know.
I know he moved. I think he had to change his name too.
I know all of my accusers suffered stuff of their own where it's like, oh, I see why you were accusing because that was a projection thing.
Oh, they all got accused of being a creepy pants?
No, they all had stuff in their life.
Stuff.
Duke had some issues and I think his family life fell apart.
I don't know what a Duke is.
Chris Duke. He was the vocal one he was the mouthpiece for everything happening. Like he went to Corey Adam to talk to Corey Adam and he's the one who's like, I've got all these stories. And
again, I'm sitting here in my ivory tower. I don't remember any of these people.
And that's why I'm saying you can't, like, if you get into the weeds of this drama bullshit with these circles,
Right.
like, these cliques have all of this stupid crap. And every single person in these cliques are the kind of people that go on. And I'm one of these people, too, before anyone's like, oh, Johnny thinks he's better than it. No. I'm saying I'm one of these people, too, that went on open mics and was a nobody.
No, that's me. I think I'm better than these people. That's the weirdest part is like you tell me these names and these people were so invested like we were in a feud or we were in a fight of some kind, and then you go, yeah,
I don't even remember him.
It was this guy. I'm like, I don't know that guy's fucking name. Like,
Right.
there's another guy for 2 years who, like, honestly has like a Selena fan level obsession where he thinks we're in a relationship. Never seen the guy, never talked to the guy, never nothing. Thinks we're in like a relationship, and as SP puts it, is like this guy thinks he's like sitting in the chair of your house watching you. And like he has a right to like just watch you and see what you're doing on a daily basis and live your life with you like a skinwalker. It's like, yeah. And
It's a little weird.
And these people think they're the normal ones, and you just let them think that and just, slowly back away like Bruno Kirby in the Coke deal in Donnie Brasco. All right.
So yeah, I'm not.
All
I
right.
don't know.
So
I'm
let's
just saying.
move on. All right. Nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about. Let's do the what do you call it? The Nick Swardson thing. So we know. Oh, okay. That's okay. Now I couldn't put a face on him, but I know like his antics. Okay, Chris Duke. I remember it now, but I still don't know like what he did, what he said, anything like that. I can now I can't put a face with it, but I recognize where the name comes from now. Okay, so anyway. This Nick Swardson allegation, we know Corey Adam, we know Chad Zumach. They both opened for
Nick Swardson.
Nick Swardson. These three guys wearing a Frasier shirt on a podcast, which is a reputable news source, had this to say about Nick Swardson.
Anyways, I just heard I heard this a long time ago, but we were talking about like comics and openers.
Yeah.
As Nick Swardson would take a really unfunny gay guy on the road and just have sex with him.
Okay.
I don't buy it.
So Nick Swardson.
We got a story from a dude.
You don't think that this guy's like got insider information? You don't think that underdeveloped guy? You don't think that guy who missed puberty? You don't think that he has inside track knowledge to Nick Swardson turning his opening act into a pincushion after the show every night?
I mean, he came at it as I've heard stories.
Right. Here's what it is. You heard stories about Nick Swardson that you really. I wish people would be more honest about this. I don't mind gossip. I love gossip. I think it's great. But I am fully willing to admit, and you've heard me admit it on this show multiple times, sometimes you hear shit and you believe it for no other reason than you just want it to be true. Yeah. And I'll admit that. Like, I'll say things like, oh, I believe this. Why? I just want it to be accurate. I don't have any evidence that it's real or it happened. So, like, this Nick Swardson thing, this guy wants this to be true. Like, you know who I think of when I start talking this way about people, like, when it comes to, like, drama and shit? I think of Buzamok. Okay. Buzamok is one of those guys that, depending on who he likes more, he'll either take something at face value or he won't because he wants it to be true. And again, I have no problem with that. I actually have more respect for the people who do that and admit it. I have zero respect for people who do it openly, blatantly, and then deny it. It's like, dude, you haven't fooled anyone. We all see what you're doing. It would be very liberating. I always tell people, I go, liberate yourself. Just admit what you're doing and it'll be okay. You can still do it. Like, you can admit that you believe a certain rumor because you want it to be true, and you don't believe another rumor because you don't want it to be true. Nobody's going to stop you or make you not believe that rumor or believe it anymore because you just admit it. In fact, it makes you more honest. It makes you more transparent. I don't believe that Nick Swardson brings acts on the road to fuck him in the ass because I know Corey Adam doesn't fuck in the ass with dudes. He'd give the old Sicilian
I don't know,
sausage
but I
to a
certainly
lady.
I didn't get that vibe.
I don't think Chad Zumach is a homosexual man who fucks other dudes. Like, I know there's some guys who are like gay for pay and shit, but for the most part, I don't think a man can have sex with another man consensually unless he wants to. Like, I don't think you can have sex with a dude and be like, I'm not into having sex with dudes.
And not to make fun of either of those people that we just mentioned, but if you're Nick Swardson and those are the dudes you're aiming for.
Yeah, I would hope that Nick Swardson would cornhole better looking guys.
Right.
You know,
like, you've got some power to flex here. Get a better model.
You definitely, though, you tell Corey he has to squeal, though, when you put it in, right? Like, if Nick Swardson was butt fucking Corey Adam, you definitely make him, because he's kind of shorter and stout with a beard. Like, you definitely pull his beard hairs and tell him to squeal.
Do you want him to frickin' handlebar the mustache with the curls in it?
Yeah. You definitely make him a little piggy fuck toy if you're doing it for that reason. But I don't think that he was.
Just like the least funny comic you could imagine.
Yeah.
Would just open for him.
Yeah.
So the point is, it's not just that creepy men do that to women.
It's my window to do that.
It's also creepy
married a
men do
woman
it to
like-
other men.
Dude, what if I'm just sitting here being quiet because I got fucked in the ass by Swardson 7 years ago?
The fans look it up like, yeah, Scott opened for Swardson for like 5 years.
At least we know this podcast isn't any good. We're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times when you hear someone start something with, wouldn't it be funny if, you'd probably win money more often than lose money if you said no before they said it. Wouldn't it be funny if, no, probably
No, not really.
Like, you know what a really accurate preface with those kind of stories are? Wouldn't it be mildly amusing and pass the time if I told you? That would be accurate.
And again by Lewis.
It's far from jealousy because, like,
whoa,
I'm like, next week I'm going to be in Utah doing 6 sold out shows with sports. It's going to be amazing. So it's just
To be fair, Nick Swardson is as creepy as Chad is, so they deserve each other. Nick Swardson is a creepy, fucking duplicitous motherfucker, like just creepy. And Kevin, Chad will be like, Kevin's jealous of Nick Swardson. Yeah, I want to be a closeted piazza, and I'd be like, hey, I like ladies. We don't even call them ladies anymore. I like the ladies. Nick Swardson used to do a bit where he said, I see these women jogging with their shorts on, by my neighborhood. I want to go run after them. Like, why?
That's a gay guy thing. That's
want
like
to jog.
That's a gay guy's impression of a straight dude. That's Neil Patrick Harris playing Barney Stinson. Like, hey, do an impression of a guy who doesn't puke when he sees pussy.
We really don't do that.
Yeah.
They get their fucking cooking tips?
We say, go shower, bitch. I ain't eating that thing after you went for a sweaty run. You kidding me?
I'll be waiting here when you get back.
Piazza.
you're in Utah, Salt Lake City next week. I'll be at Wise Guys Comedy Clubs the 14th through the 16th with the great Nick Swardson. Get the tickets. It will sell out. Boom.
Nick Swardson would take a really unfunny gay guy on the road and just have sex with him.
Okay.
Who put this
It's
together?
just like the least funny comic you could imagine.
Yeah.
Would just open for him.
Sex with him. Okay.
That was my lost interest who put that together.
Oh.
So has our friend Corey Adam been fucked in the ass by Nick Swardson?
I'm just gonna go with my gut on no, because again, it's 3 dudes around a table going, oh, I heard a story of people that perform more and are more successful than me. And it turns out that they do this horrible stuff. Okay.
Hulkamasha Baby says with $1 says Aaron's like the Blitz, fast, scary, and over before you know it. I had a kid. $2 from the Grand Poobah says I'm entertained. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Plankton with $1 says Johnny is a plant, in particular an expired green bean. Atomic Ray with $2 says for Johnny's fertilizer toe. What kind of fertilizer? Are you selling fertilizer now?
I don't have fertilizer.
Okay.
I think he's saying that because I'm a plant.
Oh, I see. Chad Buzamok. So Buzamok really wanted to hear Nick fucking Chad.
Okay.
And he writes, we've gone off path in Johnny's rambling. Steer the ship back on course, Imholt. That's what this was. Because I was itching to hear about...
You kept pulling at the drama thing. The point I was simply making is that comic circles are gossiping hens. So when I hear a story, I immediately have doubt. I've heard stories.
Mr. Beat says Johnny's going to kill Digger and dismember her body. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. Well, I mean,
like, you can walk away from me. That's where the whole, like, anyone's like, oh, dude, like, what? It's not like I'm going to corner you. I move at the speed of smell. I don't have the use of my legs. I'm easily tipped over. Like, I am not threatening to small children. So I don't know how anyone could be like, oh,
you could sneak
this
up.
dude.
You could sneak up on a bitch while she's sleeping because you don't sleep very much. Don't defend yourself from accusations that you're going to murder and dismember Digger by, I could never do it. Like, we're operating on the assumption that you're capable if you really wanted to.
No, I'm just saying in general, you can get away from me. I'm not physically. I don't guess. She's in Canada.
These are not good defenses of Johnny's going to kill and dismember Digger.
I don't do that to people.
Okay, see now that would be a better defense of yourself. Rather than, the logistics don't work out. You're not denying the desire to do said act. You're denying that the logistics exist to make it possible.
Because the people that are accusing me of said act aren't going to accept I have no desire for that. They're like, sure.
And I'm not accepting your logistics argument because where there's a will, there's a way. You need to dispel the will, not the way.
You do realize I'm defeated by gravity and stairs.
Don't give me a logistics argument. Do you want to dismember Digger?
No.
Okay.
Again, I told you no before, but we're still on the same line.
Right. But you were saying it's because you don't move well or that. Don't give me a method. Deny the madness.
But that doesn't work because we're still, again, how many times do I need to deny the madness?
Okay, ask me if I could kill SP now and tell me, or ask me if I want to kill SP, and then you tell me if this answer strikes you as weird. Go ahead.
Do you want to kill SP?
She's way back at home right now. Did I answer your question?
Same comparison.
It is. I didn't answer your question. I told you why I can't kill her.
You said someone said I wanted to do that, and I was simply saying those people don't accept that answer of, I don't have that desire, so I didn't approach it from that way.
You didn't dispel the want. You dispelled the idea that you had the ability.
After you repeatedly pushed me, I also dispelled the want, and we're still fucking here.
So you do not want to dismember.
No.
Good. I'm glad we got that all set. And I don't want to kill SP. I do reserve the right to change my mind. What?
That
is called funny content. That is called content that entertains your audience at the expense of yourself. I've been doing it for almost 20 years. Sometimes you're the dick. Sometimes you're the asshole.